Hola familia! Today, I'm going to try something new. We're going to record close to the Panama Canal. Look at that beauty. I know it's a little bit dark, but you cannot mistake the beauty of this spot. So, I am on the back of the causeway, and I know it looks dark, but it's so pretty. So I'm going to try to record here. We're going to talk about etiquette, expat etiquette. So grab your coffee. Oh, so dark. My apologies. It's a cloudy day, which is good for me, but I know it looks kind of hard. But look at this view. Look at this. Ah. But anyway, get your coffee, get a drink, and join me. We're going to talk about Expat Etiquette 101. You don't want to miss it. Ciao. All right, guys, welcome back. Listen, today I want to try something a little different. I want to kind of have a different background now when I'm doing my recording. It's a little warm still, even though the sun is not here. It's not hot, but I can still feel kind of warm. So we're not going to be here long. So this week, today, it's Educate, right? To educate yourself. And I want to talk today about Expat Etiquette 101, right? You know, to me, etiquette means good manners and understanding how to move around the world in a respectful, enlightened, polite way. And I also believe that once you come to a different country, a different part of the world, of course, it is your job, your work to educate yourself about the culture. You know, I'm all about that. But let's talk about some really simple etiquette because this is the Panama edition. When I go to another country, I will talk about the other country. But today in Panama, number one, got my notes. You should always have notes, you know? If it's not written, I feel like I'm not going to get it done. And then there is a certain set of satisfaction when you go check, 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 right? You know what I mean. All right, number one, be grateful, right? Sometimes people come here and then they act so entitled. It's like, I am here because I met the qualification for the visa. There's no humility. I could say be grateful and be humble at the same time, right? Grateful that you're able to get out, to come to Panama, to retire, that you have the means to do it because so many people do not have that privilege. So being humble, and you see, this is the canal. Being humble and being grateful, I think those things go a long way. Oh, you hear the birds? It goes a long way. Those things go a long way in keeping you with a grateful heart. Number two, have a clear why. Remember, I always tell you, why are you here? Are you running away or are you looking for peace in addition to other things? My why is I wanted to retire in a place where my money could go further, where my heart would be at peace, and where I could create community. Be clear about your why. And I think if you are, then it's going to make it, you're going to be more committed to the place, to your new home, and still keeping that grateful heart in check, right? Number three, be a student. Being a student means that you want to learn as much as you can about the culture, the people here, the customs, the politics, the healthcare, the food. So being a student is so important. You know, I'm in a public space, so I'm watching. Hopefully, this is like a path, and then they're going to say, this is private property. But look how pretty this is. And there is nobody here because it's a Monday. Excellent. Learn the language. Number four. Need I say more? I teach Spanish. And one of the reasons I chose Panama is because I spoke the language. Now, I know not many of you have that as an asset, but it is an asset. But it can become an asset because you can learn the language. Okay, that was number four. And I've said that, you know, in many of my videos that the inability to communicate after so many years uh, could be people are coming to work, could be a dissatisfier, right? And you can get to a point where you become disenchanted, annoyed because you don't understand what's happening around you. All right, number 5, embrace the culture, don't fight it. This is etiquette. You're here, you are a guest. So it is your job to embrace everything about the culture. You don't have to like it. Remember, I didn't say like it. You don't have to like it, but it is your job to embrace it because it's going to make your life easier. Okay. So this was number 4. Before I go any further, you know who this is, right? This is Maggie. I'm a retired nurse practitioner, and I have been here in Panama as a retiree almost 3 years now. And I am absolutely loving it, still love it. People are walking, so you might hear some noise. But anyway, I'm just so happy that I found this spot. But anyway, I am also the creator of SWRA, Single Women Retiring Abroad, a group of sassy older ladies such as myself who have made a decision to create community, live their best life as they reinvent themselves. So you would think these folks would just get away. You see, I'm recording, but they're standing right there. Okay. All right. So we said number 5. So if you like any of my content, so would you please like, share, and subscribe to the channel? Let's try to drown out the noise behind me. This is long path, but they're sitting right there. Okay. This is what happens when you leave your house, right? Not everybody understands a little nicety. This is the etiquette, right? This is a long path. You see somebody on the here, you would probably step away, but no. Number 6, eat the food. All right. Eating the food shows the locals that you really appreciate them and the culture. That's what I'm embracing, the culture. I'm not saying eating it every single day. It doesn't have to become part of your daily intake, but tasting it, appreciating it. Listen, I have tried sashimi twice. It's not a favorite. My favorite is the fish. So I love the fish and I love patacones because I am Caribbean. Look, 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 look. Okay. So eat the food. And what are some of the food? There is a ship here that is moving. You see it? So it's heading towards the canal. Okay. All right. So number 7, stay aware. That means you cannot be in a silo. You cannot stay in your apartment. Don't get out. Don't communicate with people. Watch the news. You know, there are a lot of news you can get in English. So saying that, oh, it's all in Spanish is not a good excuse because you can get it, in English. And they have multiple publications. So you know what's going on here and abroad. I mean, Panama is not perfect and it's got its challenges. So you need to know what's going on. The drug activity going around, some of the gang activities, you need to know and listen to the news and take all the security measures. Okay. Number 8, respect the dress code. Uh-oh, I am messing with y'all and I'm being nosy, but there is a dress code here in Panama. Believe it or not, you will say, oh, this is the 21st century. We know, but there is a dress code. So you don't want to come here as a foreigner and then start, showing all that skin and, like 50 tattoos. Some people have tattoos. They're not going to tell you not to wear your tattoos, but you do stand out when you see people with multiple tattoos and piercing. You see some kids, but older folks like ourselves, yes, we do, respect the dress code. Now, we don't see people like my age out in the streets with spaghetti straps and short shorts. No. So look around and then adjust and adapt. That's what you need to do. All right. Number 9, know the basic laws. Panamanians as a whole they're very compliant. They obey, you know, uh, the laws of the land that says, for example, this is a very basic example, you do not eat or drink anywhere in the transportation area, whether it's on the bus or the metro. That's the thing. People don't smoke inside buildings, so that's the law. I remember when I was here during COVID, everybody had to wear a mask. That was the law. And for certain areas or jobs or to get medical insurance, you had to be vaccinated. That is the law. So please do not come here and bring your open-minded, everything goes kind of thing. Just because they don't bother you doesn't mean that you can break the law, because the police are everywhere, and trust me, they're gonna grab you if you're messing up. All right, so know the basic laws. For example, it's not a law, but an etiquette. You don't go inside a bank with your head covered. They're going to have you remove your hat or whatever. If you go into a federal building, there is a dress code on how you enter that building. So you can't say, well, I'm from so and so place, I can do as I please. No, sir. No, ma'am. You cannot. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I had a bug by my ear. Let's say number 10, understand the healthcare system. Yes, especially if you are a senior, you're an older person, you want to make sure you know what your options are before you get here. And when you get here, listen, make sure you sign up, you make sure you have coverage, whether it's to a Medicare HMO, whether it's to the hospital Santa Fe plan, international plan, whatever. There is a sister who was recently admitted to the hospital, and she's just praising the doctors, the service, and everything. And that's a great opportunity to share with us about what it's like to be admitted in the hospital, because you know most of the doctors here are trained in the US and Canada and other places, and some of them are bilingual, which is great. But understand the private system, the public system, how you can access it, and what it entails. This is not the place for me to talk about that right now, because I have multiple videos about that. But if you're curious, make sure you learn the system. Okay? Number 11, zip it up. Zip it up means you don't have to make a comment about everything. You don't have to comment about the country. You do not badmouth the country to other people. You don't call your family and say how bad things are. And if things are that bad, why are you still here? That's what I want to know. If things are so bad, if the traffic upsets you, whew, I think I'm getting bit. And I don't have my, oh, I do have my spray in my bag. If it's that bad, what are you doing here? Right? Excuse me. I have got to spray my ankles. I forgot to do that. And I believe I do have my my spray in here. Come on. See. Oh, I see a taxi. What's he doing here? Do not stop here. I'm spraying my leg, my ankles, and I'm wearing skirts. Who does that? But you know what? I don't have pants here. I have one pair of pants and one pair of culottes. When I see somebody in jeans, I get a hot flash just watching them because it's so hot. All right, zip it up. Don't badmouth the country. All right? Nobody says you have to like anything about what's going on here, but you don't need to have an opinion. Okay? All right. So I am watching because this is a cab and I don't know if he has any business here. Because you hear things happening. Alright, let's see. Stay in your lane. Staying in your lane means that you don't get involved in politics. You don't have an opinion. You don't go blast anything. I'm not comfortable with these guys. Oh, thank God. See? There were 3 guys in there. And I thought I was in a pretty safe area. So I don't know what these guys did. They made me a little nervous. Oh. You better get out of here. All right. Thank you, Lord. They're out. Yeah, stay in your lane, meaning you don't get involved in things that don't concern you. You're a foreigner. You don't need to go on radio station, TV station, bad mouthing the country. You don't need to have an opinion about their politics, their customs. I mean, you can talk among yourselves. There are things that may be of concern to you, yes. When I say zip it up and staying in your lane, you know what I mean, right? Okay. Don't be the rude and entitled expat. Oh boy, boy, boy. You know, it's like those of us who come here and we come with the expectation that they're going to roll the red carpet for us. It's like, who are you? Who the hell are you? You are here, you're a foreigner. So act like it with humility and a thankful heart. So be kind to people, be thankful, be appreciative, right? Don't walk into a restaurant and demand anything. That's the sole point with me, okay? And that's another thing you need to learn about the customs. In case I don't mention it in another point, when you go to a restaurant, you wait to be seated. When you get seated, it is not like the US where they're going to bring you snacks and water. No, they're going to wait until you place your order. And many times that's when they bring you water. Sometimes they bring it earlier. Places that are used to expats will bring you your drinks first. But if they're not, like a little fonda, you have to ask for it. But they'll bring it to you if you ask for it, right? And then you don't ask, they don't bring you the bill. You've heard that before. Hopefully you have, or if you have it. If you're eating, they want you to enjoy the exchange. They want you to talk to your guest, your family member. They will not bring you the bill unless you call for it. And how do you call for it? You raise your hand and you kind of get their attention. You never point and tell people to come to you. No bueno. No bueno. Don't do it. All right. Are you enjoying this? I thought it was fun. I know my videos are not getting many views these days, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I need to do. Que será, será. Que será, que será, será. Whatever will be, will be. The future is not ours to see. Que será, será. Look at this face. Do I look worried? No. I am grateful for every breath, every minute to God. And if I get to talk to you, it's a blessing. But you know, as I said, I am always amazed that people say, oh, you just don't know how many people you are touching. So I see somebody. I hope he doesn't tell me I can't do this here. Okay, he's walking. This is harder than I thought. Okay. Stay in your lane. Don't be the rude expat. Learn restaurant etiquette. Look at that. I just said that. That you don't ask for the bill until you're ready. They will not bring it to you. You can't ask for it, but you just raise your hand. You don't call people. Let me think about some other things. Talk about the dress code. Understand that it's not like etiquette per se, but knowing that the psyche of the Panamanian is to live, to work, to live. They enjoy time with family, leisure time. They don't work themselves to death. And this is where you don't become the rude expat by criticizing them for being lazy. You better not. I better not hear anybody saying that, because I want to know, those of you who are not lazy, who have been killing yourself at work, how has that worked for you? How has that worked for you? That you're killing yourself for somebody who doesn't give a, you know what, about you. All right. So let these people live their lives. And like I said, we could learn a lot from them, right? Okay. Next time I come, I got to wear my long socks, spray, because I am just getting bitten here on my legs. Oh, no bueno. Okay, I sprayed this, got citronella, so hopefully that works. But anyway, I think those are the things that I wanted to touch base on for today on Educate. Educate means you come into the country with your eyes open, having learned, the customs. And I don't want to talk about culture. This is not what this video is about, telling you that there are a kaleidoscope or paella, a mix of cultures, and they love each other. They love the fact that they are multi-ethnic. They love the fact that they have multiple cultures, and they embrace all the cultures. So this is something that we're not used to. Those of us from the US, especially now that we're having so many issues with brown people being discarded and just trying to eliminate us, our culture, our contributions, we are going through it. But I believe this too shall pass, because people who came before us have gone through worse. So we say this too shall pass. But if you decide, yesterday I was watching a sister, she said she's 70 some years old, and she's got a big following. I think she has like 121,000 subscribers. I was like 114, I believe. So that means she's been on YouTube for a while and has put in her time. And she's like, I never thought I would say that, but for the safety of myself and my child, I'm thinking of getting residency somewhere else. And like a lot of us, like I said, I don't believe that we just woke up one day and say, oh, we're just going to retire somewhere else. We're leaving. No, we love America. We do. It just doesn't love us. It doesn't love brown people. So if you're somebody with light skin color and you're from European ancestry and all that, you're good. You're good. Even though I know that a lot of you are hurt for us, and we appreciate it. But it's not a safe place for people like me. It is not. And never has been. It's just been ramped up though. So she's like, I never thought I would be thinking along those lines, but I am looking. So, but when you come and you've made that decision, you know your situation, make sure you come with a humble heart, an open heart, a thankful heart, that you can appreciate your new home, and keep it low. Don't be loud and out there and entitled and letting everybody know you're American because you're opening. Just lay low. Calmate, tranquilo. That's how we say it here. Tranquilo, relax. And I don't have to work at it because I am naturally calma. No one needs to tell me calmate, Maggie. I'm like, oh, I'm good. But I wish we would do that. Just be appreciative. Like this week, I get to volunteer, and one sister is going with me. Let's do good. Let's do what we can. Let's spread cheers and show appreciation by being respectful, by being thankful, and giving back when we can. All right? So don't forget the expat etiquette points that we went over. Be grateful and thankful. Make sure you have a clear why. What is your why for being here? Be a student of the culture, of the people, of the country. Believe it or not, you may think you know everything, but you could learn a thing or two from being here. Seriously. Number 4, learn the language. This is not an if, this is a must, okay? Number 5, embrace the culture, the mañana, the tranquilo, the slow pace. Embrace the culture, the fiestas, the idea. Somebody might say, do people ever get tired of holidays and parades? No, they don't. It's not your place to have an opinion about that. Parade, I love it. I love it all. I love it all. So I can't wait for the 28th, because this is going to be the last Independence Parade. So, and I'm going to make sure I go to Via España. Via España was kicking it this year. And I was on Balboa. That was boring. No bueno. Number 6, eat the food. Learn to appreciate the food. What you can. You don't have to eat it every day, but try it. It's a sign of respect, right? Stay aware. Know what's going on. I saw this taxi cab, because I know I hear some weird things from them, so I was on alert to see, So I need to get me some pepper spray. I really do. But I'm usually not out there in the public square like that. But today I wanted to do something different for y'all to give you a nicer background. I think I've achieved that. Number 7, stay aware. Number 8, respect the dress code. There is a dress code. Number 9, know the basic laws. Come on. Ignorance is not bliss. Number 10, understand the healthcare system. Yes, 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 and yes. Number 11, zip it up. Zip it, right? Number 12, stay in your lane. You don't need to get involved in anything. This gentleman said he saw people in the street dancing in the flag, and he said he was going to join the party until they said, no, 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 no. That is a protest. Don't join every party. Find out first what the party is about, okay? And yes, they protest a lot. That's part of the culture. This is not about etiquette. The etiquette is not to get in there, okay? And number 13, don't be the loud and entitled expat. Ew, that is not attractive at all. Some people are just loud. The other day I was talking to someone in a restaurant and I had to say, lower the volume. Why are you talking to someone who is like maybe a foot and a half away, and you know, I used to wonder when they say they have the loud black woman. I did not know that, but I noticed that some people just, it's like we're trying to be heard or you're trying to get noticed. I don't know, but that's, you know, that's that. I remember when I was younger, my mom worked a lot, so my neighbor was showing me how to be a lady. That's the etiquette, you know, sitting with your knees crossed, and you got to lower the tone of the volume. You don't need to be so loud. Even in a public space, when we are eating, like as a group, we don't have to dominate the decibels. We don't have to. Come on, ladies. It's being ladies. We need to tone it down. All right. And then number 14, learn restaurant etiquette. And I think we went over that. So I think I have accomplished my goal of talking about the etiquette and giving you a different background, doing the recording in a different environment. Even though I got bit, my ankles, I have multiple bites here, I could feel them, but it was worth it. And I hope you have a lovely time. The sun is starting to peek out of the clouds. Let's see if you can see a little bit of it. Can you see that? Oh, there's another boat coming. So you can come here and sit and just watch the boats go by. This is the Bridge of the Americas, way back there. Yes. Okay. And then the boats come through. They have different entrance points. It's just so calming here. So calm. Yes. So let me, another bite. Let me give you another little view, and then it will be done for me. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Wow. Yep, that's the canal right there. You know, I was here the other day, but I thought it would be a nice, I'm behind the museum actually. Behind the museum. Yep. All right. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I love you. I'll see you next time. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye.